Hey there, and welcome. You know how sometimes English grammar rules can feel a little rigid, like they're set in stone? Well, today we're going to do something fun. We're going to bend the rules of time itself by diving into the amazing world of advanced and mixed conditionals. Okay, so check out this sentence. At first glance, it looks like it's totally breaking the rules you probably learned in school, right? We've got a present idea mixed with a past result. I mean, how does that even work? But here's the thing. By the end of this little explainer, you won't just get this sentence. You'll be making cool, complex sentences just like it. I promise. So, here's our game plan. First, we'll do a quick review. Then, we'll uncover the real secret to mixing time. After that, we'll crack the code on the two most common patterns, upgrade our toolkit to sound way more advanced, and then, yep, it's your turn to play detective. Okay, let's dive right in. Now, before we can go around breaking rules, we kind of have to know what the rules are in the first place. So let's do a super quick recap of the standard conditionals. So you probably remember these, right? The zero for facts, the first for things that are likely to happen, the second for hypotheticals in the present, and the third for hypotheticals back in the past. The big thing to notice here is that these guys usually stay in their own little time zones. The third conditional hangs out in the past, the second stays in the present. But what happens when we want to build a bridge? What if we want to connect the past directly to the present? And that brings us to the big aha moment of this whole thing. See, the secret isn't about cramming a bunch of complicated verb tenses into your head. Nope, it's all about understanding our relationship with time. And this is the key to the whole kingdom. A mixed conditional is a sentence that lets us travel through time, linking two different moments together. It can connect something that happened in the past to a result we're feeling right now. It's basically a time machine built right into your grammar. How cool is that? Okay, this is a super important point, so listen up. It's so easy to confuse verb tense, which is just the grammatical form, with time reference, which is the actual time something happens. For instance, I had a dog uses past simple, and she was cleaning uses past continuous, but they're both talking about the same time, the past. Getting this difference? That's the secret sauce. That's what unlocks everything for us. All right, so now that we've got the master key, let's go unlock the two most common doors you're going to find. Seriously, if you get these two patterns down, you'll be able to handle like 90% of all the mixed conditionals you ever come across. Okay, first up is pattern one. This is where we talk about something in the past that didn't happen, and we imagine how it would be affecting us right now in the present. It's all about how a different past would change today. And the formula for this is actually pretty simple. The if clause uses the past perfect, which you'll recognize from the third conditional. But the result clause uses the present conditional, which is straight out of the second conditional. We're literally grabbing parts from two different conditionals and just snapping them together. Let's make this real with an example. The saving money part, or not saving it, that's in the past. But owning the house, that's a state of being in the present. So the reality is, I didn't save money back then, so I don't own this house now. See that bridge? Past action, present result. Let's try another one. Not paying attention was the action in the past. The result, which is happening right now, is that they're failing. Again, we're linking a past mistake to what's happening right now. Okay, you ready to flip the timeline? Let's do it. With this second pattern, we're talking about a general truth about us or the world now, and imagining how that would have changed something that already happened in the past. Now, here's the tricky part that trips a lot of people up. The if clause uses the past simple, just like a regular second conditional, but it's talking about an unreal present, then the result part jumps back in time using that perfect conditional from the third conditional to talk about the different past. Okay, let's unpack this. If I were more outgoing is about my personality right now. The reality is, I'm not that outgoing. And because of that present fact, something in the past was affected. I didn't introduce myself at that party last week. My personality today changed what I did yesterday. Wild, right? And one last example to really lock it in. His condition now is injured. Because of this present state, he didn't play in yesterday's game. And hey, remember that sentence from the very beginning? If I knew how to cook, I'd have made you dinner. Boom. It's this exact pattern. See? Mystery solved. Okay, so you've basically cracked the code on mixed conditionals. High five. Now, let's add some really cool advanced tools to your grammar toolkit that'll make even your standard conditionals sound amazing. So, for the good old first conditional, instead of always just saying if, you can level up your language. Try using unless, which basically means if not, or use even if to say that the condition really doesn't matter. We're going to the beach even if it rains. It just adds so much more meaning. Okay, want to sound super smart and formal, especially when you're writing? For the second conditional, try this little flip. Instead of, if I won the lottery, you can say, were I to win the lottery. It means the exact same thing, but wow, does it sound way more elegant? And you can pull the same awesome trick with the third conditional. Just get rid of the if and flip the subject and the verb. If I had known becomes the much sleeker had I known. It's such a simple flip, but it instantly makes you sound more fluent. All right, theory time is over. You've seen how this all works. You've got the new tools in your belt. It's time to become the detective and actually use this stuff. Let's start with that first pattern, connecting the past to the present. If I had won the lottery, how would your life be different right now? Maybe I would be living on a tropical island, or I wouldn't be working today. Go on, you can even pause and think of a good one. What's your answer? All right, one more. Let's practice pattern number 2, present to past. If I was fluent in English, think about that as your current reality. How would your past be different? Maybe I would have aced that job interview last year. What would you have done? Think about it. And that's really it. The big takeaway here is this. Advanced conditionals aren't about memorizing a million rules. They're about understanding time. And now you have the key to travel between the past and the present in just one sentence. You've totally cracked the code. So the only question I have for you is, what's the next grammar mystery you're ready to solve?